Hey, Sean Devlin, the mortgage shoes man, 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 shoes man. Hey, Sean Devlin, the mortgage shoes man. Hey, Sean Devlin, the mortgage juice man, coming at you with two for Tuesday. Oh yeah. So, talking about guidelines all week long. And we got two really juicy ones today. Two for Tuesday. Here we go, right off the bat. The seasonal income. Can seasonal income be used to qualify as effective income on FHA? Yes, it can, ladies and gentlemen. Ultimately, if you have somebody who has had seasonal income for more than 2 years, you average it. That's simple. If you have unemployed income in there, and they've received unemployment income for the last 2 years, you can, in fact, use the unemployment income as effective income. Great thing to know. All right. Number two for Tuesday, calculation of rental income. Check this out, guys. All right. So I get this a lot. And there's a lot of questions, like how are we doing the income for an REO? Well, first of all, it's always added to the gross. It's never subtracting the liability. Pretty self-explanatory, unless it's a negative. So, this is a 24-month average, and you must document a 24-month, owning of a rental history and, approach that as an average. If there is less than 2 years to average rental income, well, you look at the date of acquisition, and then you average the time that you've owned the home. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, in a couple of situations where people have bought homes and then they want to rehab them and then come back and rent it out later, that becomes a little bit of a problem sometimes. Depends on how long that takes. But here's what you need to know. You can use 75% of the net rents to be received on a home as rental income with proof of that first month rent, security deposit, or the rental agreement. So the caveat is you have to have the home either purchased this year, in the current tax year that you're in, or the last quarter of last year. And it's not on taxes. Pretty self-explanatory. It's either on taxes or it's not. You can't have bought a home in January of the previous year, not put it on taxes, and use 75% of the net rents. It's not going to work. So, ultimately, there's a couple of line items that stuck out as really good items that you should know about so that you can add in for income. So, let me go over them real quick. Depreciation, mortgage interest, insurance, HOA, anything else on the Schedule E is income. There you go. You can add all of those together. And they all can be considered income on a Schedule E, or REO. So, one last point about calculating income for rental properties. Or should I say, if somebody is departing from their primary and they're going to rent it out, if they're using an FHA loan to buy the next house, the departing primary has got to be 100 miles away. Some people forget about that guideline alone. There does need to be a second caveat here, a lease for 1 year. You can't get a 6-month lease. You have to get a year-long lease for the date of after closing, by the way. And evidence of either a security deposit or first month rent paid. So, some juicy stuff for Tuesday. Calculating income, to rental income, lots of good things. This week, I'm going over 2 guidelines every single day. Check it out. Share, interact, like, repeat. As always, sell well.